Welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast, recording live from Dame Dash Studios in Burbank. We are the Real Beach Boys. Come ride our wave, our motherfucking wave. West. What are you telling me?
God only knows what I'd be without
So
you.
how are we doing today? Today, I was in a car accident.
Talk about
I
it.
went to get some food for us.
Talk about
And
it.
I was in a car accident. But if you listen to this podcast or you know me personally, you know, like driving for me in real life is like bumper cars. So it wasn't a big deal. Someone bumped me and then I let them slide because they had some drama in their family life.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Pimp, did you
I was a
say
nice
driving is like bumper cars to you?
Yeah, that shit is like...
Have you seen her car?
Hold on. I have a nice car. I just ruined it.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Have you seen her car?
There's nothing wrong with my car.
No,
I
I
wasn't
mean,
gonna
I'm
do
just
you
saying
like
like
that, but-
you have to look at her car and think about bumper cars.
The
that's all.
front end, yeah, the front and the back. Now the back. Before the back was fine. But some girl made a left into the back of my car. And she was very upset. She got bad news. So I just let her rock. Because you know what? Also, I have totaled many cars. And all of those times, I wish they would have let me just go. Like, damn.
Many?
Yeah, 1 year.
How much is many?
Okay, in total 4 cars, but in 1 year it was 3. Like for real. Like my credit was maxed out. And I'm doing
Yeah.
better now. It's been 3 or 4 years since my last accident. But yeah, I had a bad year. My brain was like not with me when I was
Yeah.
driving. So
Right.
I understood like where that lady was today. So I let her
Sometimes you
rock.
have a bad year, yeah.
Yeah, or a day like today for that woman. I let her go. But that's what, you know, other than that,
I just moved into a new place.
yes.
Very nice.
I live in Linwood.
Really?
My homies have told me to be careful.
Yeah, I thought that was I'm a chill, but I heard it's not, you know, the best area.
I mean, I'll be as safe as I can, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like in LA you just got to do that.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you're in LA, you just got to be as safe as you can.
Every hood is somebody's hood.
Am I oblivious to all of the
Well, you're in the,
dangers, do you think?
and
Because
you're in
I
the valley. Yeah, I feel like the bullshit's maybe not as prevalent or as talked about as LA shit. It's definitely happening, but
It also depends where you
Yeah.
at in the valley.
yeah, I think where you're at in the
We
valley,
in Burbank, like
Burbank. If you're not in Burbank,
no,
HearMeOut.
in the yeah, where I'm at is a bunch of white people. I
Yeah.
break
You
my
gotta go
neck if
deeper
I
into the
see a
valley.
black man. I start to bug out. Like, where
You
is
gotta
he
go deeper
going?
into
Does
the
he
valley.
live close to here?
we got to get you out of here.
Yes.
You gotta go
bad.
deeper to the valley, then you get into some
I
trouble.
I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Panorama, all that. Type
That's where
of
ain't
stuff.
that where they go
Scenery.
in
Yeah.
training
Yeah,
day?
stuff like that.
Ain't that where they go in training day?
Where?
Like Panorama or like Pacoima or something like that?
Oh, I could
They
see
do
it,
that
actually.
that hood
I
they go
could see
to
it.
that's like that trapped in little
That they-
like cul-de-sac in training day.
That's in LA, I think.
Yo,
Is it?
Yeah,
You
I
know
don't think
what-
they actually say they're going to the valley.
but wasn't he in the jungles?
If someone sees
Different-
this
all
and
different
knows
scenes,
where
all
it
different
is that
scenes,
they
yeah.
go,
Oh, okay,
let us
talking about
know.
There's so many
'Cause I
different
just
places
forgot.
they go in LA in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever say it explicitly, only because I watch that movie like all the time.
You know,
Okay.
the gentleman I interviewed yesterday, we talked about Denzel because I asked him. I asked him, "Would you ever play a Fed?" He was a black man who was a gangbanger. I was like, and he said he wanted to get into acting. I said, if someone said for you to play this role, would you do it? He said he would turn it down. He thought about it for a second, but he really said he would turn it down. And then I was like, but Denzel did it, and that shit was fly.
Right.
He's like, yes,
It's
but
different.
Denzel didn't respect the hood or the people in that community. And if it clicked for me, I was like, fuck, you're right. He used them like pawns. And like he was above them in that movie.
Oh, like the character.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
no,
you're
you
not meant
realize-
to you're not meant
Right.
to admire
Got
the
it.
character in that movie. He played a shitty
Yeah, yeah.
person on like
But you
in the
But it
couldn't-
movie.
made for a great performance, though. The way he
Okay,
did it.
fine, it's film.
It's
But I
film.
don't like that shit. I really did not like that shit.
I think that's
you
what makes
gotta
a good
respect.
movie,
If they're
though.
helping you, you
Yeah.
gotta give respect. But yeah, in the movie, it wasn't that way.
I think that's what's good acting is you feel like that person is actually that person.
That
You
in
watch
real
it.
life, yeah.
After you watch the movie or watch the show, you're like, man, I hate that person. But in reality, it's like, nah, they just did such a good job acting that you think. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't- That's how I know I'm watching like some good acting, a good movie. I'm like, oh, that,
You feel a way, you either
Yeah.
love it or hate it.
yeah, evoking emotion,
That's true.
big thing.
That's exactly what's
How about you, Jordan? How was you? How you doing?
Oh yeah, Jordan, you was away on vacation.
Yeah, I went to a wedding. Went to a cool wedding out in Temecula. Shout out to my friends Sarah and Tyler. Just got recently married.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to them.
Congrats.
Beautiful venue, beautiful wedding. Hot as fuck.
Yeah?
Temecula's very
It's been
hot.
hot
Wearing a
as
full.
fuck in general.
Yeah, just being in a suit, or I don't even know how women are wearing all that stuff underneath their dress. It's just too much. Like it's hot,
Oh
but it
my-
was cool though. It was cool little getaway. But we here. I'm back. I'm looking for a place to live actually. To like opposed to like what he was saying, but I'm looking for a new place to live in the next
Damn, you guys
couple
could have
months.
moved in together and been roommates.
I know, late to the game.
Late to the game.
I mean, my lease is up in 6 months. We'll see.
Mine's is up in 2, and I gotta get out. My living.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Yeah,
everybody knows my situation. I gotta get out. Respectfully, just is what it is.
Free
My
my man
electric
Jordan.
bill came out to $300. I got it this morning. $300.
The AC running?
Hell yeah! I'm not about
Yeah,
to make myself
I-
suffer for
look.
what? But that's why before I was paying $80, and then summer hit. Now it's $300.
That's LA.
I'm actually really
I was
not.
like,
I'm not
God
looking
damn.
forward to getting my bill in like a week or so. It's gonna.
Yeah,
'Cause it's been hot.
but in my mind, I'm telling myself, you just do this for 2-3 months. It is not going to get worse than it is now. Like it can only
What
the
is it?
heat.
July, August? Yeah.
Yeah, then that'd be alright.
exactly.
So yeah, I'm not about to just force myself to melt in the house. I'm gonna relax,
Yeah, it's cool.
and it's gonna be like freezing, and we're wearing slippers and socks.
Fair.
And it's 110 degrees outside. But that's why we have like that electric problem, that energy problem, huh?
You're.
Anyways,
Jonte.
Jordan. Oh, Jonte.
How are you doing?
Sorry, Jonte.
I'm cool.
I'm so fucked up. Look, slap me.
I guess good.
People waiting to hear
I'm like
from
talking directly to Jonte,
You're
so
like
it's like,
looking at.
yes. How are you?
How you
sir?
doing?
I'm doing good. I'm cooling.
Coolin', bullin' or coolin'?
Cooling.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Gotta be careful.
That's
Talking about
it.
rich cuz.
Literally. Yo,
She
shout
said
out.
that's it.
Yeah, just I'm actually excited now because it's starting to feel more like real life because now we're getting some like real heavy hitter like music this past couple months, like albums
Yeah.
that like maybe we haven't been anticipating. That was like really nice to like see. Like Vince Staples for me, I don't know, it came out of nowhere. I don't know if he announced he was gonna drop this album.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did. I think
He
he
dropped a single.
He dropped a single, but I didn't know it was gonna come like that fast. It was kind of like, oh, here it was. What do you guys think? And also,
Of
what
the
do you
Vince
kind of
drop?
think about? Yeah, what do you think about the album that he dropped, and also about kind of where he is at this point?
Yo, you guys want to kill me? For my first ever listen to Vince Staples, I thought it was a great project.
Oh, what? Your
you
Dead ass.
first listen?
Dead ass. I never listened to him before.
Oh, that's crazy.
I heard him on features. He was really good. Like on like R&B features, he's great. But I never went to listen to. Oh, I did tell you at the pre-production meeting.
Oh,
I
my
never
God, that's
listened to
right. I
a whole
actually
album
forgot
of his before until now,
Okay.
and I love it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not skipping one fucking track on there. Even the fucking Lakewood Mall skit is hilarious. That is crazy, and it's
It's real.
yeah. That's the thing. I know that has to be real. But what? Okay, so I enjoy it. But what I keep hearing is it's very different from stuff he's done in the past.
Mhm.
Is that true? I wouldn't know
Yes.
his sound.
Yeah.
I feel like he managed to bring a lot of the different things he's done over time into one project. Like, because I feel like he's done the more straight up rap, hip hop stuff before. And then in his most recent years, he's done more like pop features and stuff just to like get his bag, you know what
And
I'm
he's
saying?
been
he's done
saying
a
that's
great
being vocal about that.
and he's done a great job of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like he did a good job of mixing the two on this album. Because it is bar heavy.
Yeah.
But it could be easy to miss if you are like the average listener, not really listening for lyrics.
Agreed.
Like he did a good job of accessing both markets, I think.
And I think
he
having
did find a
Kenny-
nice middle ground.
I think
Yeah.
having Kenny Beats on this, like his minimalist like production style, like he was able to like let Vince kind of be the star of the beats. Now, I don't think Vince has ever got outshined by beats, but I think with this one he has to do less of fighting with like the production.
Yeah, the production is not my favorite part of the album.
No, but
Really?
it works.
Wait,
But it works
wait.
really well. I think it frames the story he's trying to tell and what he's
Yeah.
trying to get across. And that's what I always liked about Vince. He never is trying to do what anybody else is doing. He just does his music the way he wants to, and it comes across always to me as authentic. Like Summertime
it's-
06, I was telling you, like that was like the rappy rap stuff. Like as far as a legit project, he has
Yeah.
mixtapes that are really like gangster rap, West Coast stuff. You guys haven't listened, you should go back and listen to it. Like 6500, all those type of mixtape, the gold mixtapes, like they're fire. But like Summertime '06 was like that really lengthy LP where he had like a lot of really good production, a lot of big features, and then he had Big Fish, which was really experimental. Did not see that.
Big
coming.
Fish is.
I remember
fire
seeing a lot
too.
of
It was fire.
a
for
lot
me.
of talk about that when it dropped, but it wasn't my. I didn't
You
know.
would like it. You would honestly
didn't
think
know.
about how you talk about him. You would like it. It's a lot of experimental. Like he samples a lot of different types of cultures and music, and I don't know. Like he's able to adapt. Like the dude's like a chameleon almost on like beats.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him rap on almost every type of beat at this point. And I feel like with this album, it was very very good. Like it's digestible. It's like 22 minutes, and like. I don't know. The songs are catchy, dude. Like I've replayed this album like 3 times in a row without even knowing.
Yeah.
Like it just happens.
Yeah.
And like I feel like with some albums, like it kind of like it's just a lot. Like it kind of wears on you. And maybe
Yeah.
because it's not a full length 45-minute production, but like I don't know, 22 minutes. I kind of like those short like cut type of albums where he gets straight to it. And Vince is a very straight to it type of rapper.
If I play the Vince album when I leave here, by the time I get home, I'm back on the first track.
Yep, it's that short.
It is that short. It's like
22 minutes.
Yeah, you're right, because it is like
Literally, yeah.
20 minutes.
It's wild.
I was surprised because yesterday I did this drive and I was already back on the first track. I'm like, no way. But I think he paid a lot of attention to the beats. I like you saying that's not the strongest part of this album
That was
compared
me.
to others. Yeah,
Mm-hmm, did yeah.
but I thought it was great.
I
Like,
love
and
them.
well
Yeah.
thought out. Like
Mhm.
like it was on purpose.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would
like
agree.
that. Some of the songs, hold on, this is a hot take. Some of
Yes.
the songs, it doesn't remind you of the Zombies soundtrack in like 2012. You know how you go and you play Zombies and they're playing like that old music that's like slowed down and the shit is fucked up, like
sampled.
distorted.
Reverse type of stuff, kind of.
I think he had 2 tracks on there that was reminding me of the Zombies.
Lil Fade.
Lil Fade, and there was one more. But yeah.
I can see that.
What if
Yeah.
that was his influence though?
That would be tight. I mean, that would be very culturally appropriate, especially for his age. Like, and like.
And I feel like he sampled some 60s song, like some 50s or 60s songs. It's I wish I should go look because I'm curious to know what he used in some of those.
Yeah, for me, like just the songs where he's blatant, like having his mama. I don't know, like for me, when a rapper has his mom on a skit talking about they're actually who they are, so you actually know that's who they are. That's like almost more of a stamp of authenticity than like some other
she
rappers
was pulling
saying.
guns out on
You know what
broads
I'm
because she was trying to bind a dude like that night. What do you do if your mom is saying that you're in a booth and you're saying, "Mom, just go," and she's saying, "I used to roll around with guns in my purse, and I used to be out of my mind, and anyone who wanted it could get it," and that's just what it was. That's what she said. That was
Raw.
like, yeah.
Raw. Yeah.
I have friends whose moms have beat up girls from their school. Like they'll get into it with say they're 14, they get into another 14-year-old. The mom will come and beat the 14-year-old's ass at the school. I'm not used
Didn't
to that.
Tyler's
'Cause
mom
her
do that
mama
on
ain't
his
do
album
it,
too?
yeah.
You said the same at the same time.
Because her mama ain't do it.
I cannot. I'd be one of those moms, but no, I could not. My mom could not pull up.
What's your favorite song off the album? Rhythm.
Take Me Home's up there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like because I have a homie from Long Beach,
Yeah.
and I really just enjoy listening to his perspective on the album because it's like a very Long Beach album, and it's just nice to see somebody like talk about their city, where they from, really stay true to where they came from, keep talking about it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
the
I feel-
people from
'cause-
there can fuck with it genuinely.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't feel like I have a favorite track because I love an album that's like dedicated to a specific crowd that like
Yeah.
other people may not even get as much. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Right.
sure there's like Long Beach references on there that I don't even know. You know
Said
what I'm
tripping, you can
saying?
get sprayed.
I think that I like him naming the streets are like very, even though I'm not from there, like if you're
Cherry,
from
yeah.
LA, you can like
Yeah, I've
some of
been
these
there.
I don't
I
even
know
know where
some
Cherry
people,
is,
like-
but I know
I mean, some
that's
of
the
these things
hood.
just-
Cherry,
yeah. So
yeah.
like it's just kind of it's very authentic.
Yeah.
And, like if you ever had a question about it being authentic, if a guy is telling you how to get to his hood at the end of
Yo,
an album,
yeah.
he's like take this left, take this right. Like I don't think there's what else
That
is more
shit
to be
is
said.
hard as fuck.
It's hard as fuck. I love
Yeah.
the first track and the last track a lot. Besides "Take Me Home," like, are you with that? Like, that beat. I will say that is my favorite beat if I had to pick. Are you with that beat is insane.
It's Lil
For
Fade
me.
for
It's
me.
very just like, and it like fits perfectly with how he's rapping. And
Yeah.
it's very catchy.
And is it the violin?
And it's yeah.
Is that violin?
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Like,
shit is beautiful.
Yeah. That law of averages too, but yeah.
Classical instruments in rap music is so great. Kendrick Lamar did that with saxophone on a few of his projects.
Hella so much.
I
jazz
loved
music.
it.
Yeah.
My favorite song was first. It was because it was that gang talk. You understands? But then after that, it was "Take Me Home," and then after that, right now, my favorite song is "Lil Fade" for sure.
It's a good
But it's
sign that it's
changing.
changing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it keeps changing every time I listen to it.
That shit is hard.
That's what makes an album timeless. So that's a good sign.
Shout out to Vince. I told him.
Shout out to
I
Vince.
told Vince to come talk to us, player. That's what I said.
Come
Exactly.
through.
So come through. Snow.
Hi,
This
yes.
is gonna be, but this is gonna be interesting because I have an objective opinion. Jonte has an objective opinion. I know that you enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I've got some things to say to Miss Snow.
Should I just?
Not to her, actually. I hope she doesn't hear this.
I have probably more. I have a different point of view maybe than, or my point of view has changed a bit because I keep listening to it and I have like different points of view because I feel like when I first listened to this, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to feel. I was very apathetic because some of the songs I was like, these are good songs, and other songs, maybe this is why it takes some time to like really digest an album. Because if you would have asked me this yesterday, I would have been like, I hate this album. I hate it.
Damn.
I hate it. Like I hated it yesterday when I was listening to the
You
back
said
half.
at the meeting you loved it.
And then I listened to it the next day.
Yeah, wow.
Hated it. I was like, the back half of this album, like the first 6 songs I like Indecisive. I like Temporary Highs, Purple Skies.
No,
I
that's
like
where it starts to go down.
the Neon
for
for me. I like all those all the Tyler tracks with her on it. I like, but like when she starts getting to her slow bag, I just started falling asleep. And it's not because she can't sing. It's not because the beats are good. I just don't know if the two mesh together, and I just don't feel like if her tone and maybe her range fits well with what she's doing on the beat all the time. Because Snow is a very talented singer, but I feel like she's, for me, I still haven't had that aha moment. Like, this is like the stamp, like this. Even though I feel like she's being very painfully honest with who she is on her albums, and she has great songs, I still have a hard time placing her. I hate doing this with artists, but we have to placing her between like where she's at.
I don't think she's giving me an aha either, but do I need that from her? She is just aha herself.
I'm just saying, it's not pulling it out of me as of yesterday. But I listened again today. Today I listened. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just my current situation I was going through yesterday. I don't want to hear sad songs. Like, going through a breakup, I just don't want to hear, like, you're talking about how you saw your ex-boyfriend on a plane. You didn't want to text him.
That was
like, I was just like, this petty stuff is just beyond me.
Yeah.
This is beyond me.
It's not beyond any of us.
I mean, it's beyond me as in, like, I don't want to listen to that. Like, music I can't listen to all day. People listen to music all day and think there's something wrong with you. Because, like, certain type I have to just cut off music.
Leave me alone.
Because I need to, like, I just need to be able to think.
I know, that's why we keep music on all day. Leave us alone.
No. I listen to music all day, every day. I used to. I can't do it no more. Like, I have to, like, just meditate for, like, a certain point in time. My mind just can't keep running 24 hours a day. But I think it's I just can't do it. But I listened to it today with new ears. And, like, I got through the first 7 songs, I liked it. But then the back half, I was like, oh, this is... I don't know what happened, dude.
Different.
It was like that's what's the beauty of music. It just, like, it clicked. And I wasn't going to tell you guys about this because I want to just wait, because this is why it's important for, like, when people get on people or people go on Twitter and they say they think an album's classic or it's trash in the first day. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Keep listening.
Like, just listen to it some more. Let it breathe a bit. Like, this is the beauty of music. Like, the fact that it doesn't have to be wholeheartedly digestible the first day. Like, it changes the way you feel and how you feel depending on when you listen to it. That's why I listened to it today. I was like, I understand where she's trying to get in these last parts. And I honestly don't hate any of these songs. Like, I like all of them, honestly. Even Everything, which I thought was kind of an ode to another song. Like, I keep hearing another song in the back of my head when I listen to Everything, but I can't put my finger on it. Like, I don't know what song.
There are a few songs on this album that sound to me like other songs from other chicks.
Yeah,
or
and
Frank
I can't
Ocean.
think about it. And I can't think about which
Tommy
one.
Genesis.
Yeah.
I feel like when Snow did this album, if there's anything she did wrong, she executed too well. If she had a sound in mind, if she had an artist in mind that she was trying to emulate, I think she did all of that too well. Because I hear tracks and I can tell you, this is from Kelly Rowland. I can tell you this is from Tommy Genesis. I can tell you she tried to be like Frank on this. I don't like that part of it, but I enjoy the album. I do think the top half is stronger than the last part of the album. Everything. I skip that every time, even though I had a guy tell me that's going to be his wedding song.
Which one?
Everything.
It's a good song.
I almost said corny. It's not corny.
It's not corny.
I understand it, but that's like my least favorite song on there.
First time I listened to it, I thought so too. I was like, this is horrible. I was like,
And
how do you listen to this? Just
Violet
over
Skies, that track gets skipped. It's just some things on there. The plane track, I didn't like at first. It grew on me.
Which one?
What is it called? Where she's on the plane with the guy.
Oh, that's the Tangerine Dreams. I think.
Yeah, I hated it at first, but then I started to love that when she starts to sing.
He's shaking,
like, I
rhythm
get,
shaking his head for
I go
everybody's
crazy
listening.
for that stuff.
Everybody's listening, can't see.
But Snoh does ballads.
He's already like.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying what you're
He's
saying.
doing them.
But that's what she used to do on her older mixtapes.
Yeah.
She used to sing a lot. It was like more of a downer.
Yeah.
But now this album was super light. Jonte, do you care to give your 2 cents, sir? Mr.
Snow's
Producer,
album?
Mr. Executive
Yeah, on the
Producer.
slow down. Whatever you think.
Snoh.
Whatever you think.
I mean, honestly, it's my least favorite album of hers. First of all,
Agreed.
And
Actually.
my critique of it is it's like way more poppy and way more like consumer friendly than the other ones, and that could be fine. That has a purpose, but her old music is a lot more like soulful, and it has like a specific sound. This album sounds like a Tyler and Pharrell album.
Yeah.
And her other albums sound a lot different.
Oh my God. Did she sell her soul for this album? Is the soul gone?
I mean, music is business. So
Where
at
did
the
it
end
go?
of the day,
Yeah.
like all your music, the more consumer friendly it is, the more successful you are.
Yeah.
Right? Like her music had a real like underground
Before.
like hybrid soulful feel to it.
Yeah.
And not everybody's on that vibe. Not everybody likes that. But you know, whatever's R&B pop is produced so people do like it.
I think it got her in the door, you know?
I
People
think
start
she's
listening. In
using...
the beginning,
I mean,
people,
she already had buzz. I mean, she didn't really need that to get in the door.
her first music?
Yeah. I feel like her first music already got her in the door.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
no,
no,
I
I'm
got
saying
you,
her.
got
I
you.
think she needed to do that music in the beginning, even if it's not what's doing now, to get her to
Oh,
this
okay,
point.
No,
gotcha.
but that
Yeah.
we feel that was more true to her than
Maybe,
what is
yeah.
happening now.
Maybe. I feel like she's being painfully honest now. I just think her sound is completely different. I don't think she's being any less honest to me.
I don't think the content is the issue. I think it's the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, her writing
Yeah.
is always good, and she's a good vocalist, so it
Yeah.
always sounds good. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just talking about from the production,
Right. Yeah.
sound, like the actual sound of it.
Yeah, it's fair. I agree. It did sound like Tyler's produced a lot of these songs, which I like, but it definitely was like you could easily
Yeah, and
tell.
you can hear Pharrell on it too.
Yep. A lot of those drum patterns, the chords.
They make a good team. Like I'm not saying it's not good music.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I prefer
the old
older.
stuff.
Her first album is my favorite album.
She's.
of
I
hers.
don't want to
Yeah.
say she's chasing an aesthetic, but this is what it feels like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucked up because I feel like she is the aesthetic herself. Whatever the hell she wants to do, I feel like it's gonna go. Just like the last 4 albums did, the 3 mixtapes and the album did. I don't know. I was a little bit confused.
I'm not
with
gonna
this
knock
one.
her though because I feel like she might just be at a point where she's like showcasing her versatility
Right.
as an artist and saying, "Hey, I don't have to always make this type of music.
But
I
I
can
can."
make a different sound
Yeah.
too." And like, hopefully, people like it. If you didn't like the old shit,
Right.
now I got something different for you to like. So I'm not gonna like falter for it, but it's my least favorite still.
That's fair. She probably just want to be put in a box, like most artists are like even like akin to Tyler. Like Tyler was put in a box for like a long time, and then he had to start.
We
Making...
could never put him in a box.
For
That was
sure
the
he was-
problem. Yeah.
I mean, no, you could in the beginning. He just did horrorcore stuff. It was all horrorcore.
I don't
And I
know
liked
what
it.
that means.
Just, I mean the content. Just listen to like Bastard
Yeah.
and Goblin. Like
That
it's
is
just about-
called horrorcore?
Yes. Yeah.
I've never even heard that word in my
Yeah,
life.
it's a very specific. All the mixtape even at that time. It wasn't until
gritty
he
shit, that
made
dark
like
shit.
Wolf. It kind of started pulling back the layers of the music, and then
Mhm.
What was before Wolf?
Goblin.
Really?
Yeah, but it doesn't
Mm,
make
what was
sense
the
in
bike
the.
one?
It doesn't make sense in the sequential lining of the actual story. But Goblin was the first album, and then Wolf. Goblin was
Bastard.
Goblin had the weird cover. Then Bastard was the first like mixtape project he put out. It was like Bastard,
Yeah,
no,
Goblin.
I
then
got
Wolf.
you.
Even
Bastard
hear
and Goblin were
Bastard.
both like on that like
Yeah.
hardcore kind
Yeah,
of.
and then he made Flower Boy, and it was like, oh, this is a
He
different
lost
Tyler.
where he lost me.
What?
Yeah.
That's where he
We
picked
talked
it.
about
That's-
this before, didn't we?
I loved his whole
No.
progression.
I did with somebody. Yeah.
He honestly has the most like one of the best stories.
I know.
Honestly.
Flower Boy is not even my favorite Tyler album
either.
personally, but I feel like it's his most likable album by a mile.
Not to me. I would listen to Wolf before I listen to.
It's
Flower
hard.
Boy.
It's hard to listen to Wolf if you don't like Tyler. You can listen to Flower Boy and not like Tyler Creator.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
That's a good.
that's
a
me
good
being
know what
a
I'm saying? 'Cause,
purist.
like,
He
you could-
understands.
How y'all feel
hear
about
you,
Cherry
but, like, if I
Bomb?
didn't like Tyler Creator, I don't want to hear him talk about how he thinks somebody's gay because they are at a music park and he doesn't want to take a picture with them. Like that's what he was doing on that.
I
type
appreciate
of
the fact that you would suck on my dick.
shit. Exactly. Like, and that's the type. That's Tyler though. He's being honest, but like that's who he was. But like on Flower Boy, he got to like
That's
he kept trying to pull back to a
hilarious.
Grammy. That's what he's been trying to do this whole time.
But it's getting kind of hard to take.
Yeah,
this
did he
pick.
get Grammys with Igor?
Igor, yeah.
Yes.
He got Grammys, yeah. So,
And so
Best
you know
rap
that's what he was.
album.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
I
he had
didn't
to
listen
keep
to
doing
that
that.
either, and
Yeah.
I seen him perform
That's
it.
my
You haven't
least.
listened to Igor?
Igor is
that's
actually my
his-
hot take. Igor is actually my least favorite Tyler.
oh
album.
no, that's not a hot take. I totally agree.
I agree with you, but that's the one That's the one where it was people were like, oh,
Yeah, you're right. It's
You know
not
what I'm
really
saying?
a hot
You're
take.
worthy. You are now worthy.
because he was just musically he had to keep changing. But even in his newest stuff, you can still hear old remnants of that like horrorcore stuff in the production. You can hear the what the fuck, like the
Yeah.
random what the fuck. I
I
quit.
took a nigga's bitch because I'm a bad
It's
person.
just like what? Oh, there's Tyler.
Yeah.
You can still hear, that's
That's
the great thing
Tyler.
about Tyler. You
I
can still
love
hear that little
Corso.
stuff about
That's my
that.
favorite song on there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're getting way too far
Alright,
from where
so-
we're going.
Speaking of
Where
artists,
we're going.
speaking of artists though,
I don't know about where we're going.
Oh, I know where we're
No,
going.
we are going, guys. We're all
Speaking
gonna
of
go.
artists,
We are
though.
going.
So,
Oh my god,
So
what
where
if
are we
the
going?
pod went as a group? Media passes to
Okay.
one of these parties?
can I give some back? Can I give some context?
Hey,
Crickets.
I'm seriously, I'm about to hit a few
All right,
companies.
so
We
at
shall
our
see.
last, I will just be honest. At our last pre-production meeting, Shiraaz pulls out her phone and tells me there's an artist in Atlanta. I think Akbar is her name. She
Yeah.
had an Instagram post saying, "I'm having a sex party for my birthday. Don't come if you're not trying to get fucked."
And then I asked Jordan if he would go.
And I looked at her profile and I was like, and I had just questions, like what are the requirements? Who's showing up? How do I know who's clean? Like what's happening? Like what's gonna be at this party? Like can people just show up and they can just approach anybody and like just say, is consent at the door? It's just a bunch of things.
Consent at the door.
I mean, literally, like I just
Yo.
don't know, like because in regular life you should just be asking people, but at a party, like,
No, really, for one of those types of parties, it should be consent to the door. You know what you're doing.
all right, let me ask you then.
No, you can't. You literally
Nah,
can't legally
I think it's
do
more
that.
complicated.
I know,
than
I
that.
know.
I don't even know how you would
Legally, I
do that.
understand.
Like, how
It's
do
a
you?
gray
How do you
area.
set? That's why I was gonna ask her. Like, how would you? I want to hear how you would set up a party, Shiraaz, for a sex party.
How would I set mine up?
Literally, yeah. If you money was an object and you could,
It
know.
would be a masquerade one. No, actually.
Getting real,
he's already like
real
There-
Romeo and Juliet. on it real quick.
masquerade. You mean like that? Everybody
Yeah.
gotta wear
The
masks.
New
Everybody's
Year's
gotta wear
Eve
masks.
mask.
That's
there,
like the.
hold on.
A
there
feather
is-
mask.
There is right now a orgy happening, right?
You want a Phantom of the
Wait,
Opera
wait,
themed
wait.
sex party?
Yes.
Can't see nobody's face.
But hold on.
Damn.
There's people getting full face makeup as animals. Everybody is becoming a character, and they're doing.
You talking about furries?
Is that what it is? I know it's like a Comic-Con type thing.
Oh no, furry is a
It's
kink. Yeah,
in that
that's a
vein?
kink.
It's a kink.
That's
It's
a
a
kink.
lifestyle.
That's not like yeah.
Can't
that's a-
say I know the most about it,
But
it
you don't
sounds
know who or
furry-ish.
what who you're doing.
Um.
And
Oh, so
there's
you want to be like
the identity-
nasty anonymous, pretty much.
The identity, yeah.
Everybody gets
identity,
a everybody gets
It's
a nasty
nice for
award
that
walking
part
into
to
that.
be hidden, because then you could like move freely about the cabin. We don't know who you are.
So okay,
It's a fantasy thing.
that's
It's a
interesting
role play.
because
It's role play.
it almost takes. It doesn't
Is
take
it
a-
role play? Why are you laughing? What's wrong?
Okay, what else?
Wait, okay, what else?
Who gets invited? Who gets invited? And what are the requirements for the people that get invited?
We're talking. Okay,
Okay, I would agree with Akbar that if you're not trying to get fucked, don't come.
I
Okay.
disagree.
What?
Who doesn't get invited? Let's start
Better
there.
question, maybe. Yeah.
True. sex party?
Anyone below 8 inches, don't come.
Wow.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Crickets. I'm not gonna be at your
Uh,
party, nigga.
If you're not buff, don't come.
Can I say something real quick? Do you know that less than a percentage of men in all of U.S. have 8 inches?
I've
Literally
never
a
seen a man.
percentage.
I've only seen one guy with
One.
a small penis. So I don't believe that. My experience is
Okay.
different.
All right. This is. I love this.
And I don't
love
think-
this.
but I
Exceptions
don't
make the
see
rule in your
small men.
reality.
I
thing.
think
Yeah,
that
my
you-
world
I
Your
think that
world
what you
is
think-
not the reality.
is ideal. Yeah.
It's not reality.
is.
It's not.
I think that what you think 8 inches is way different than what 8 inches.
Maybe she.
Is.
I don't.
Don't play me for a fool. I don't care
I don't
how
know.
small I am. I know what the fuck 8 inches
The
is.
nigga, you're superhuman because you're like 4'8".
Let's chill. I'm 5
all
foot
right.
even.
All right, so I have a question. Logistically, how do you even filter people? Like, how
They
do
have to
you
send
check that
photos.
at the door?
Send
Is that how
photos?
that works?
Okay, I
You
can
can
check
dunk?
at the door too. I don't mind that job. But no, you send photos.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I didn't even know that people were getting STD checked till you mentioned it.
You
Yeah,
have
for
to.
sure.
I didn't. I swear, I never even crossed my mind.
You gotta show your
Why?
vax card.
I know.
How does
I
that not
don't
cross
know.
your mind?
I've never tried to
You
plan
are
one either,
nasty.
but it just
Nasty.
it doesn't come to my mind.
What?
Don't
When
say
does
that
it come
I'm
to your
nasty.
mind?
Hold on.
When should it? Anytime you should think about having sex with somebody that you don't know who they are, should that
see,
not come to your mind?
I believe different.
What?
I know. I'm nuts in that part. But we don't need to get into that.
I got
But
your back.
believe
I got
different.
your back. I have lived a reckless
All right,
life.
keep your getting your shit. Yeah.
The thing I'm not having. Don't get comfortable. I'm not having sex with
Oh, I'm
you
comfortable.
if I don't know where you've been. Like you're not even touching me.
That's
You
your
gotta do
business.
your
That's
vetting.
what, I'm saying
Good
you're at
vetting.
this is a party though. Like obviously, like
So you're just hosting a party. You're not participating then.
Oh.
No, I would like to participate.
You
So,
are?
I would like to. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Would you participate?
Do you feel like
in
if
your
you host, you deserve special attention?
own- No.
What?
No.
I
Okay.
participate. If I throw a party, I mean,
might hire
somebody's
some
gotta-
men to like carry me around on a table chair thing, like you know how they do
Oh,
that.
that's fire.
And yeah,
That's
with
kind
some.
of fire. Yeah.
Look, you see, feel the vibes. Are you down?
Presentation.
You gotta have theme music too.
Yes.
But yeah, you
dated,
got a bit.
dated music.
What you gonna do for your 8-inch tryouts?
Oh my lord.
Ooh, we can
8-inch
have
tryouts is hilarious.
Tryouts.
You gotta have tryouts. 'cause
Tryouts?
You gotta have tryouts because
No
niggas gonna lie.
submission videos.
They got
Oh,
7.5s
my
ain't getting in.
No, because if you tell niggas 8 inches
Okay,
is
I'll
the
make-
minimum, what's gonna
7.5s
happen is
ain't
you
getting
gonna
in.
We shall make exceptions for girth.
Oh, that was.
Okay?
That just seems like a complicated screening process, honestly.
They're like, how is this happening? Are you doing all of this and
Are
hosting
you
the party?
doing all the screening? Just at the door with gloves on? Like,
No,
let's
this
go.
would require a team.
Let's go.
What are you saying? I missed it. What are you saying?
You checking them at the door with gloves on, like
I would
airport
be
security?
okay with that.
She
I
was
would.
like, I would like to see it.
At first, I thought there was people swabbing at the door. I didn't know whole fucking things are happening before you even get to the door. You got to take tests. You got to do a questionnaire to make sure that you understand what consent is. But yeah, my requirements would just, hot men and women, there's things I don't like. I don't like hairy men. So you can't be hairy.
Like the
and-
type of dude that you
At
go
my
and you give him a
orgy.
hug and you can feel the hair on his
what
back.
if we're
through
having
his shirt.
sex and then I touch his back or something and it's like hair droplets on his back hair? I'm not down.
Oh, like
like-
sweat droplets
Yeah,
on the
not
end of the
down.
on the end of the
visual's
little
too much. But
glistening.
But
Are they-
some women do though, so I feel like that's kind of making it unfair to your other
yeah, but
guests.
if women have hair on their bodies,
It's her sex party.
it's much lighter than the way it grows on men.
What'd you
It's
just?
not the
No,
Wait,
same.
say that again?
no. I'm saying no. I'm saying that like there is some women that like
Oh,
hairy
that
men.
like hairy men.
Yeah.
So it's like you're kind of messing up for them if you like
This is
say.
why-
I feel like
like-
hair makes things dirtier. Does that make sense?
I don't know if you're
You don't
right, but I
understand?
agree.
like. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
No, get your
If-
shit off.
If let's say a woman is sucking, I can't
Say
do
it.
this right now.
We're grown.
Okay, if
Somebody
I'm
get the
sucking,
Jameson
look,
from over there.
if I'm sucking your dick and you're not shaved,
Uh huh.
like the oh my god, whatever is coming out of my mouth and onto you, like that's a situation. If you're clean down there, it's just a much nicer situation for me.
Oh, so people gotta be shaved. That's all you're saying.
They don't have to be.
Okay.
No, they don't have to be. But for this event, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
for the
we
event.
can shave.
My whole point is like not all women are going to be into the same
that.
things that you're into. So
Yeah.
That's true.
if you
also
filter based on that, then you're kind of making a bad experience.
We're talking about my orgy, not anybody
Yeah,
else's.
it's her
no,
party.
that's not what
Jonte,
you
this is
said
my
sex
party.
not
I could
orgy.
cry if I want to.
He said sex party, not a. Okay, so Jonte's coming from the point that like people are gonna come to your party not because of what you want, but because of what they can get out of it.
Exactly.
A full menu.
You're hosting a sex
So I
party.
guess she's not wrong for wanting things she wants, but he's saying you got to
Okay,
think
you're
about.
not wrong.
Yeah, you
I
got to
am
think
very
about
selfish.
if you want people to come. Like
yeah,
actually
you want
come
people to
through,
have what's
you know.
for them there too.
You gotta have the hairy stinky boys there too.
Then we all gotta be in a group chat.
we all gotta be.
We
in
gotta
group
have a
chat.
sex party group chat, and
Oh,
this
my
way we
Lord.
can hammer everything out.
How does consent
Gross.
work?
But how
Are
many?
there
Hold
drugs
on,
at the
guys.
party?
How many people?
That.
We got
Where's
a lot.
the
There's
venue?
a lot of questions. Okay, hold on. First, let's stop. What would your orgies entail? Who gets into your orgies, gentlemen?
Nah.
Well, I know what.
He said no. My boy's like, I ain't even speaking.
Come on, everybody's invited.
Oh,
Everybody can eat the
nice.
chips.
Okay, nah. Cause look, I'm gonna just be honest. I'm toxic and I'm selfish.
mhm.
And other hard penis around me grosses me out. So my ideal sex party is just me and a bunch of women that are fine with being around me. And
Is that
bunch
a
of other
sex party
women.
still?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Depending on if sex is happening between a group of people, yeah.
Oh, okay. You're right.
If it's my sex party though, but I also realize that is
Well, how many people
a bit
have
selfish.
Look, how many people have to be at a certain place for it to classify as a party?
5.
What's the
For
number?
a sex party? 5, I think.
5?
A party though?
A party? You gonna throw a
5.
party for 5 people?
Nigga,
For a
5
sex
have
party,
you
it
ever
can be
seen
a
5
limited
people
guest
have
list.
sex?
Yes.
You ever seen 5 people have sex? It's a lot.
I have. I don't know if I call it a
Man.
party. More like
5
a-
people is like a get together.
Yeah.
And that's
like
what I'm saying.
That's
though.
like a,
Sex
that's
party
like
is
a
like
sex kickback.
sex party is like subjective.
You just had a
like,
kickback with niggas, 2 niggas fucking 3 other ones looking around. That's what that's gonna entail. Because like, here's the thing: people might
What?
show up to the party thinking they want to have sex, and they might not just have sex. You might only have 2 or 3 people fucking if it's only 5. Like, what are the percentages of people actually gonna when they get there? A lot of people say they want to have sex in front of somebody until they get
Until
there.
it's time.
Until it's time to, you know. Is it dark inside? Is it light?
I mean, I never been to a sex party, but I've been to like a BDSM club before.
Uh-huh.
I've been at parties where group sex happened. Like one time I went to Vegas with a group of people, and just to be honest, everybody was turned. And me and the only other black person there, it was like me and this black girl. At a certain point, we was all hanging in a room together, and everybody was super fucked up. And we turned over and realized all the white people were in the bed next to us having sex with each other. All of them, like 8 of them, like just a pile of like flesh.
In one
And we
bed?
gave each other that like white people are crazy. And then I left the room.
Stop it. That has nothing to do with nothing.
I don't know, because if somebody got invited, that makes that a sex party to me.
But
Like,
what do we
God
care?
forbid they invited somebody over and that added to the flesh pile. That would be like getting invited to a sex party, don't you think?
So you're saying 5 minimum or max?
I feel like context has a lot to do with it too, because 4 people even could be a party.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
Today, if
That
you had to throw a
doesn't
party,
count.
it'd be 5. You'd be cool with 5 people showing up max.
What?
Nah.
Gotta be 10,
Nah,
15
now
people.
that you put it that way, yeah, maybe
That's what
like
I'm saying.
10.
Like, if you're gonna put yourself out there, if I'm throwing a party and I don't have to worry about venue or price, like I could get a cool venue, a cool mansion. It's like at least 25 to 30 people, bro. Because like you gotta think
That's
about.
a lot of dick and balls.
Yeah,
But here's the thing:
but this
does
is a-
everybody at the party have to have sex? Because
That's
that's
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
thinking of.
That's
Is
what I'm-
like if 5
Yeah.
people are, if it's a group of 10 to 15 people
Yeah.
for the party, but like 5 or 6 people are having sex, all in the same group, all at the same time, while the
Exactly.
party's happening. Is that a sex party?
And, you know,
Like,
it's the thing. Like some people will, some people might show up to a sex party because they like watching people having sex. That's like their shit. Like
Mm.
a lot of people are
Jonte
into
shaking
that.
his head. He said no.
It's all right. I mean, people are people are
We-
into that. People like watching other people have sex. They actually get off more than that.
Voyeurism.
Voyeurism is a real thing. So it
What
just
is it?
depends on voyeurism. It's a kink where people like watching other people have sex. Literally in the same
Shiraaz
room.
look like she about to add something to her notes.
I'm just.
I'm just saying, like, you have to
listening.
account for all these different types of variables. You can't just have like 6, 7 people there because then it's like you'll have 3 people fucking. the
Yeah,
whole
like
time.
some broads might be turned down. You understand?
What about a sex kickback?
Two
You're
men
gonna
and
do a
one
party?
woman is a sex kickback.
Are you guys gonna have music at yours? Playing?
You got a DJ?
Gotta have a DJ. You gotta have somebody monitoring to make sure the vibes is right. Someone
Security?
checking vibes. Yeah.
Vibe checkers?
Perv check.
For sure.
What's a
you need,
perv
like,
check?
maybe-
Make sure
Yeah.
everybody is feeling comfortable.
How do you do that? This is
You
interesting.
just pay
Security.
attention.
But is it same for everybody? Like if a girl's making a guy feel uncomfortable, so like, or is it just guys? Like,
Both. We have to protect both.
okay,
There used to be, they used to throw orgies, not orgies, I'm sorry, sex parties, because they weren't calling them orgies. Is there, we don't need to get into that. But sex parties, and one side of the wristband would say green, which means go, like approach me. The other one would be red, which would mean like don't come flirt with me. But during the orgy, bands would be getting flipped upside down, and then they didn't know what was going on. Because on one side is green, the other side is red. So
Yeah,
they could
that's
be down
tough.
for some action, but they just twisted
that
the
is
band
tough.
the other way.
That is, but like, you mean approach as in just start doing shit, or approach and like that's what I'm saying. Like, we approaching and asking, or we like,
Well,
what is-
I know the red one was like a hard no.
Got
Like,
it.
don't even approach me.
Interesting.
I think that would mean like give them the freedom to choose as
Who?
opposed to like
Exactly.
Got it.
people
yeah.
coming to them because they might not feel comfortable with
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So
Like,
just
I
making.
don't think that means like not at all. I'm only here to watch. I think that means like just don't approach me. Let me
approach you.
insert
Yeah.
myself into the
It's
situation.
just situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh?
How fun is that to insert yourself in a situation, huh?
But I don't think
I don't
they.
know. You tell me.
The idea, I love the idea of all of this.
I
Would
just
I
see you,
ever?
like-
I
So
don't
what happens
know.
when things get weird? What do you do?
When things get weird?
Like if somebody starts acting weird, whatever you want to define that as.
The homie's gonna be on deck. I don't know. What do you do if somebody is, perving? Like,
For real, there's usually like some type of security
Security's
at
gotta be
these
there, right?
things,
Yeah.
or like there's somebody who's in the group sex situation who is like experienced and well versed enough that they can like step outside of the situation and like diffuse it.
yeah.
Right.
I
Is it-
don't know
yeah.
what happens when shit gets weird. I don't want to know what happens when shit gets weird.
I mean, you got people.
What
are
can we
people.
let's think of what is a weird situation? What could happen?
Somebody
that
gets
would-
uncomfortable while they're having sex for the first time with 3 other people, and they don't want
Wouldn't
it
you
anymore.
remove yourself?
I'm saying, what if they? Some people are uncomfortable.
if
They don't know
you're
how to
watching
remove themselves,
someone?
or that.
Be uncomfortable?
Like some people are uncomfortable, but they don't know how to like remove themselves from situations. Happens
Or
every
how to
day.
verbalize.
Yeah, how to say, you know.
But
Like,
I mean, it just gets tricky.
you
Yeah.
know,
That's
it
where
gets
it,
tricky.
that's where it gets tricky.
It gets tricky because everybody's the same. Some people are more direct when they communicate. Some
Yeah.
people will let shit ride, and they were uncomfortable the whole time.
Oh, a safe word.
Safe
Oh
words
yeah, that's
are
true.
important.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
also
Yeah,
for sure
That could help.
prevalent.
you definitely need a safe word if you're engaging in definitely certain types of sexual play. But I think
Yeah.
in general, the sex part is probably a good idea. It's a good point.
You ever had a safe word?
Yeah,
Have you? What was your safe words? My safe word was peaches. What was your safe word?
banana.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you?
I've never needed a safe
Have you,
word.
John Day?
I've never had a safe word.
It's
you need
lit.
a reason to have a safe word, John Day.
it's very lit.
I do not need a reason to have a safe
It was lit.
word. Maybe I do.
Anyways, what I don't know, gentlemen.
No,
If we could think of some examples of things getting weird, then we
Examples
could discuss
of things
them.
getting weird. I mean, there's hella
And that
how about if
environment,
some,
there's
I'll tell
many
you
ways.
one.
Yeah,
I'll
for
tell you one.
sure.
How about if there's drugs, alcohol at the party, and somebody's intoxicated?
Oh,
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster.
You know,
Yeah.
but people come like that. Like they're like, they're
okay.
doing
Oh,
shit on their
sometimes
own.
a lot of these
You know, they
things,
do shit on their own. Maybe they sneak drugs in or something.
This is gonna sound weird, but sometimes a lot of these things start a lot earlier in the night than you'd imagine, so that by the time that becomes a problem, everyone's at the same level.
You would hope.
Because I did some research, it's not against the rules to do drugs or alcohol during these sex parties, but they ask that if you are doing them, you do it like in private. Like, if don't bust no lines of coke out in the table, go to the restroom, do your
Okay.
thing, and come out. Like, you're supposed to be discreet about it. But
Would
I
not
don't
know.
know. Other than just escorting, getting someone the fuck out. Like, what do you do with one of those oddballs?
And get 'em- just that, like you
Yeah,
said,
you
get
just
'em out.
you have to remove them. It's all about energy, and that we're way too vulnerable if we're all there, and it's a sex party. Yeah, we gotta protect that.
When
that
is it
energy.
over? When is the party over?
When the last man comes, no. I don't. When is it over? When the drugs wear off. The truth.
Are you just like a last man standing, like battle royale?
What drugs are at your party then, Shiraaz?
Oh, for this type of party,
She gonna say Viagra.
ew. No, Molly will do the trick.
No, you're gonna need
We'll
you're
have
gonna need
candy
dick
bowls
pills.
of Molly, and that should suffice.
You're gonna
That's
need
it?
dick
Oh,
pills.
that's- she-
How much more do we need?
I'm just asking.
And that, nah,
Just
dog.
asking.
Not in that situation.
I'm gonna say it one more time. You're gonna need dick pills.
No, you won't.
Yes, you will. I've
Jonte,
like,
Jonte's
I
shaking
was,
his head
Let me ask
behind
you
the
a
scenes.
question.
I was out a lot at the after hours scene.
Uh-huh.
For a
Jonte.
few years, and to be honest, like there were people who would set up booths who wouldn't just sell weed;
Uh-huh.
they would sell dick pills. And I remember the first time I saw it, I'd be like, "Okay, why the fuck are they selling dick pills at the after hours event?" And it's because motherfuckers is out doing coke and
Yeah.
Molly and every other substance that they tell you will make it so that your dick can't
Doesn't get hard. Yep.
So if there's drugs and alcohol at the party, you're gonna need some
Some
dick
men
pills.
it does do that to them. Some men it doesn't.
That's true, but how you
Depends
you
on
gonna
the.
you gonna screen them for that? Like,
No, but you gotta come with your own little blue pill. We had this convo before.
Okay, that's fair. Okay,
you gotta come
don't wanna
prepared.
you're not supplying the blue pill.
Okay, fine. If I'm throwing the party, I will supply the blue pills.
Okay,
But I would prefer a gentleman not use that.
it's only fair.
Yeah, I'll be fair. I'll be
Shiraaz,
fair. You would.
Jonte's shaking his head. Why were you shaking your head?
I've been shaking my head the whole
Is
episode.
it the blue
The
pill
whole
or the Molly? If you never mind, that was gonna be way too specific.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
shit.
I was gonna
get,
ask specific.
get into it.
No, please,
And
yeah.
well,
into
when
it.
you take Molly, do you feel that you need a blue pill?
Oh, that's a person to person different thing.
That's gonna vary for sure.
there's-
Per,
No way
per
to
person,
guess.
per experience?
It's not
I
gonna
don't
be.
know.
You're not
It's
gonna be able
different
to
from person
generalize
to
that.
person. Because personally, I've never had that problem with like anything. Like they tell you take psychedelics, you can't get aroused.
Really?
That's not true.
That's not true
That
though.
shit is not true.
That's not true if
nigga.
you.
Like,
That's not even factually. I think that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never had that issue.
It's person to person.
Yeah,
And also
personally,
some
yeah.
drugs like actually do thin your blood. And that's
Yeah.
like the end
Oh,
result.
is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the blood's not running through that
Because
muscle.
you need circulation. So if it's a
Yeah.
blood thinner, that's going to be like the end result for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Wow. You just answered a question for me.
A lot of things don't work.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Know your drugs, people.
and if you do them enough, you'll
Yes.
destroy what's happening down there. Then you're really fucked.
All right.
What?
So what are
Yeah.
y'all's like boundaries and lines for what you would and wouldn't do at a sex party?
Or what would you allow? I guess. Is it just free
It-
range? You get in, go
Yeah,
crazy,
You
that's
would
the
even
whole
go.
go
point.
crazy.
Yeah, I think so. If I'm throwing a sex party, I want everybody in one bed.
Now this is interesting.
That is interesting.
That
That'd
is
be-
okay. All right.
Everybody's in one bed.
So this is like a big
I don't
room
like
with just
the
a
i-
bed. It's just a bed.
Yeah, I don't like the ideas of people breaking off to do their own things.
So you can watch people.
yeah.
But I don't want to have sex with this
Yeah.
dude's weird white girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
Wait, what? You said I don't want to have sex with
You
somebody's
do or you
weird
don't?
white
I want to
girlfriend.
have some sex with
Then
some
don't.
random dude's weird white girlfriend that's like 2 feet from me on the bed, making shit weird, trying to reach over and grab my booty. Get your hands off me. Like,
Yes, people do like doing that shit. Probably.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
they're-
saying.
He's trying to
Like-
insert himself, or she's trying to insert
She-
herself.
and that's what I mean by like separating. Like,
He's trying to
No
insert
pun
himself.
intended.
motherfuckers be trying to be slick in situations like that. Like,
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
white girl, get your hand off my booty.
She can't rub your balls.
No.
Hey, that sounds like there's a story behind that.
No, there's not.
Look at his face.
Wait, where them? Are you sure?
I thought about it. I was like,
Yo, you look you look like you were thinking
Nah.
about whether or not you're gonna say it. You're like,
Nah. no story there. I'm just giving an example. Maybe there's somebody in the situation that you don't want to have sex with that's in the bed that's close to you making shit weird and you like, stop fucking my vibe up. I don't want to
Okay.
have to give in. Like, I don't want to have to give into your energy to continue with the experience I'm
happening, yeah.
having. Like, I want to be able to tell you no and you get the fuck away from me.
And
So
not
is
just
that a
keep
bad
going.
idea? We need 2 beds.
No, just
Two big
the
beds?
idea of being able to separate. Like, them people that is trying to have that kind of sex over there, they can have that. Let me separate. Go have the kind of sex I want over here. Like,
There's this thing having exclusive and inclusive sex.
you need rooms at a sex party.
It's hard to get everybody on one vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, for
This is the
sure.
whole- this
Yeah,
is like
yes,
the whole
way
thing,
too
you
I
know?
many.
don't even think that's possible.
I don't. Yeah, like that's why I'm
Okay.
wondering how sex parties work.
But that's your
because
sex party, so it'd be.
It's like
People-
how do you know? Like some people like that. Maybe some people even know they like that until they start doing it next to somebody.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, that's true.
like-
Orgy can work like that though.
yeah,
Because
because
orgy is a little different.
because it's
like
more organized.
it's less of like
No,
a
less
party where you
organized.
send out. Yeah, exactly. It's just more like
You're right.
people that already do that with each other and kind of like already know what's going on.
Right. I
You
guess
know,
that's why I say it's organized.
In
'cause
New
they do
York,
that.
they do sex parties in clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like clubs you'll go to.
Right. Well, that's where I assume that's what we're talking about when you
Yeah.
say sex
Pretty
party.
much,
It's
yeah.
like you have a place, like a venue, like
An
you
environment,
invite
yeah.
people. You have like your little process or whatever. Orgies can happen anytime.
True. You don't
A
need
party is planned.
Oh shit.
An orgy could just happen.
Just pop off. That's true. Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, that person over there is getting whipped.
Hmm.
Cool club.
Closes this door.
Well,
What's going on over there?
I think they need some privacy.
What happens when something backfires? What could backfire during a
Everything.
group
Everything
sex
can backfire.
I
situation?
mean, I besides consent being muddled, I mean,
Being uncomfortable.
what you?
Maybe a dick falls in your
Oh.
mouth. You weren't expecting it. Like
Whoa.
that could backfire.
Imagine a nigga just turn over and you just get hit with some balls real quick on your chin. Laying in the bed, everybody,
It's the
all the flesh
reality of
just...
the situation.
I mean, it's just like there's gonna be a point for everybody where they're like, "This is too much. I gotta get the fuck up out of here." That's everybody has their own limit. Like it depends when it hits.
Okay, wait,
some
what's your
people
dick
is really
limit,
with all
Jordan?
the
Wait,
nasty
wait,
shit,
wait, wait.
though.
Some people have a higher threshold. Somebody it might take a whole lot.
Well, who here has anybody here ever seen the movie Son of Sam by Spike Lee?
No.
It's a
I
movie
feel
from
like I have.
it's a movie from the '90s, and in it there's John Leguizamo and I forget the actress's name, but they are a couple, and he cheats on her all the fucking time, and they decide to try and open their relationship up and go to a sex party, and they go to the sex party, and it's super fucking awkward. It's super fucking awkward, and then they're like in the car ride on the way home, just like looking at each other, and he like looks at, he's like,
You
that guy,
dirty bitch.
that guy
No,
fuck
just
you
kidding.
better than me, and it's like, oh shit, here we go. And I feel like that's a lot of people's fear,
Right.
with those kinds of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you fuck you better than me. It's like, I did it for
You're just
you.
not
It's like
supposed
you
to
did it
ask
for
questions
me.
you
like-
don't want the answer to.
Yeah, but that's like
Exactly.
if you bring your person with you to the sex party. If you're single, you don't have to worry about that.
True.
That's true.
Have you
That's-
guys?
That's not a factor.
I don't know. if
Have you
they
guys
go-
seen Palm Springs on Hulu?
Mm-mm.
So it's a movie about a couple that moves to Palm Springs, and they are in this community where sex parties is a thing.
Why didn't you tell us? We should have watched it before today.
No.
Why? I
Just
have
because there was
Hulu.
probably it's just more. I don't know. It just came
That's
to me right now.
interesting. I didn't know.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
organic, so like I just wouldn't have thought. Also, it's just not that great of a movie, but it's relevant because like they literally go to these communities because they're like having trouble keeping their like marriage kind of
Mhm.
spicy. And the woman is actually more into it than she thought she was, and the guy kind of isn't. And the woman's
It
actually
usually happens like that.
and a woman's she's
Yeah.
actually more into watching her husband having sex with people. So they go to these sex parties, and like in the beginning, they're both just kind of weird about it because everybody just puts like their phones into a bowl, and then they
Yeah.
take like room keys, and then whatever room key you're matched up with, that's the people you're matched up with, and then you
Oh,
go
how
and do
fun.
whatever. But everybody comes in like an open relationship or within a marriage, and like they just do whatever.
Anything can happen.
And anything,
People-
and like she starts realizing like I'm actually way more sexually like
Yeah.
like than the man, like not even experienced, but just like open to like things happening. And eventually they just have like threesomes with their neighbors. She starts cheating on him with like two other neighbors, and like it just gets wild.
Yeah,
But they
yeah,
start
yeah,
doing
that's a whole
normal,
different
like sex
thing.
parties start to become normal there. It's just a normal
Yeah.
occurrence. And these are types of things that happen. Like people who are in relationships are like doing shit.
You know
like
the
this.
old people in the old homes, they do this.
Because they don't give a fuck.
I'm
They're old.
serious. That's why old people have a lot of STDs. They just be fucking each other in there.
Wait, hold up.
I'm serious.
She's not wrong.
Jonte, I'm wrong.
Are you serious?
This is
Yeah.
a fact.
STDs
Old
are
people-
super prevalent in like retirement homes and shit because they don't give a fuck no more.
They
bro.
just
That
start
makes
begging
sense. I
each
just
other.
never heard that. That's pretty. I just never. I
We got
never
somebody
thought
in
of
the
that.
background of the podcast doing yoga right now.
No, keep going, Brendan.
Hot yoga. Ooh, hot yoga classes. Look,
You on one today?
what about? Wait, what did you ask? What's the question you just answered?
No, we were.
Oh, I wanted to talk about dick maximum.
Oh,
What
dick
is the maximum number of dicks you
maximum?
could
Not
take?
even the minimum.
You established that minimum is 8-9
Wait,
inches.
you
so what
a
is
minimum
maximum?
is 8-9. What do you,
No,
you have a max?
number of other men bodies.
Oh, you
in the
mean
room.
men to women ratio?
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
What is that?
that's a
Hey,
subjective thing.
I need an answer from both of you.
I think it depends on the party you want to have. If you only want to have, well, that's
Am
the
I
other thing.
fucking?
That's the other thing. Are people only fucking like? Is it just a cis heterosexual sex party, or is it like a all?
No, supposed to be.
If it's everything,
Okay, that's actually up
it's a
to
good
you.
point. If it's up to you, I mean, it depends what you want. Like, if you want a cis heterosexual thing, it's probably better to be like 60-40 women to men. Just having more women than
Am
men.
I
Yeah,
fucking
for
at
sure.
the party?
Yes.
If I'm fucking at the party,
No,
and the
I know.
ratio is like
Or
90% women, 10%
or 80 to
men,
20, whatever.
And I need a room to myself because I don't. Hard dick makes my dick.
I just feel like
soft.
that's so unrealistic
Why?
because you're not about to go to an orgy with 2 men and 12 women. It's just not the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been to a lesbian bar before.
Yeah, okay, but you got to be dealing with lesbians at that point. That's a lot of women just fucking on women.
It's beautiful.
See now. See, not at my
That's his.
not at
But
my
that's
party.
his party,
That's
though.
my
That's
party.
what
Yeah,
he's
okay,
talking
I
about.
do a party.
Don't
My
shame
party.
me.
My party.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
My
Okay,
party.
yes.
my fantasy.
My house party.
all right?
Yeah, I know.
We're talking about fantasies. No.
Dick maximum. Dick
Get into
maximum.
it.
Dick
Why you-
maximum is my
Get into the
dick.
Don't turn
fantasy
red
bag.
now.
I don't know. Maximum dicks. Ideally at my sex party. Ideally on the most petty level. My dick is maximum dick level.
That sound like some. That sound like
can
some
say,
shit.
That sounds like a
Do you
snooze
really-
fest
here's the
for
thing.
Shiraaz.
Do you really want girls at your sex party or are you just trying to have sex?
No, I do want girls at my sex party. I want dick swinging, and I want beautiful women,
Bless
and
you.
we're all having a good time. Wait, what?
Okay.
Bless you. I'm sorry. I'm a little preoccupied over here.
No, you're good.
But
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, maybe just let it. Yeah.
Let it go, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm just nervous. I'm weird. Like,
But-
you know how some people like will have sex with other people in the room?
Uh-huh.
I hate that shit. Somebody having sex in the same room as me, shit is weird, bro. It feels
So
disrespectful.
you gotta have a
low-key.
mansion if you're gonna have a. Because
Yeah.
you ain't having.
What if he slips in there by accident? He's like, oh shit, I thought this was something else. My bad, bro. And now you're just there. What happens?
What?
Don't look at
Somebody
me
gotta
like that.
die. Nah. That's a hard
Yo,
question to answer because I don't
you
know if
go-
I'm gonna go mature or if I'm gonna lose my mind and do the most petty thing that I could imagine, which is just start
No,
fighting
look, you just
people.
gotta
Like,
take the D.
You don't fight people at your own sex party?
No,
if a nigga
no.
accidentally stick his dick in your booty, what you gonna do? Look, we picked the topic.
You
sex
let it
party.
rock.
You gotta answer.
You
the
let it
question.
rock
We
in this
here.
situation.
You let it rock?
You let it rock.
You knew what
Let
he was
what
getting
rock?
into.
You knew what you
Look,
was
it
getting.
was consent at the door at my party.
Now I gotta
all right?
step in here. I've been sitting
You know
back
what's
here.
going on.
Oh, hell no.
Maximum.
That's no
what did we say?
consent.
Dick limit
Fuck
at
outta here.
your sex party, sir.
70 to 30.
That's reasonable
70% women,
because
30%
I
men.
still would prefer more women to
Got
dicks,
to.
but still needs to be a lot of,
It's gonna,
Dicks,
yeah.
but more women.
It's
than
just
that.
gonna even out easier if you have more women than men, because I think women would be less likely to want to have sex once they get there than men,
Yeah.
probably.
I don't.
My
Do you
head, the way
believe
I think about it. The way I'm thinking about it, I really do. I just feel like it's harder for women to have sex. Like, it takes a little bit more. Even if they are coming to a party, oh, let's have sex. Like, some women are
Oh,
not going to be
no.
with it, even when they get there.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd have met some horny ass women.
I'm
dog.
not saying that. They're going to be there. I'm saying
And
as
they-
70% of them, in no way I'm fighting 70% women, all 70% are going in to have sex. That's my
Yeah.
point. So you got to
At
have
a
the,
sex party though.
I'm telling you how
Dog,
humans
if you
work. Just
getting
humans.
STD tests and you buying a whole masquerade outfit to come to my party, you having sex.
But you can't expect somebody to, if they get there, they don't
Okay,
feel the
right.
vibe.
Do
But
you want like
still-
actual like 1800 style like masquerade out like the whole outfit or just the mask?
No, the whole
Like,
outfit. We gotta wear like old looking flowy white dresses. Y'all gotta be in ties and suits.
But you can't tell if she got a fatty or not with that kind of wardrobe.
Oh, I think you could. And it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't be on for long. Like this is a sex party.
Does
Do
experience
you keep
matter
the
to
mask
you?
on?
Does experience matter to you? Like who's getting invited? Can virgins come, or people who've had a certain amount of bodies?
No, I
Like-
ain't got time.
No, I'm just asking. Like, what is?
No, I do
you mean you ain't
prefer.
got time for what?
I don't.
To
I
check
can't.
people,
I
or
can't be teaching nobody nothing. Like
oh,
at
no
this point-
virgins? Really? Damn.
that's why men don't like versions, right?
That's not
It's not a thing. I've heard
I do
that
not.
from a podcast or something. That
I mean, generally, from what I've heard, I don't think that's as far as. I don't
you think that's just more talked in real life.
I think taking a girl seriously, I don't think men like that. But I think if they're just having sex with a girl, some men don't give a shit at all. They don't
I do
care.
not want to have sex with a virgin.
Some men do. Some don't give a damn. I'm telling you.
All right. So look, this is where the conversation is going. Jordan over here believes that when it comes to men and women,
Mm-hmm.
that for women,
Mm-hmm.
lots of sexual experience is called mileage.
Yeah.
For a man, it's called knowledge. That's the word that he used. For a man, he's gaining knowledge. For us, we're just racking up the miles.
I do think
I
that.
strongly disagree
Mhm.
because I think that a woman can have a lot of sex.
With different partners.
Stop for a second. A woman can have a lot of sex with a handful of men, let's say, we won't say a lot, a handful of men, and be experienced and not have mileage.
I agree.
Okay? I don't think that experience in women equates to mileage.
Not
Even
always.
though this one guy could have ran through a chick 200 times. She don't got mileage on her? Same guy or not?
That's not what people mean when
That's
they
not what I
say
mean.
mileage.
That's why you're
though.
respecting
When
my
they say
point.
mileage, they mean
Yeah.
like your
Body
the-
count.
The body
Yeah,
count.
exactly.
It's when I say mileage,
Does
it's
it
body count.
matter?
Yes, it does. It's the body
Who's
count.
penetrating you? Or
Co-
does it matter how many times you've been penetrated? I'm serious.
Personally, I think a lot of it is a context thing because, like, I'm almost 30, right? So if I meet somebody and they're like, "Yeah, I'm almost 32, and I've been mostly single my whole life," I expect that they would have a similar body count as me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't bother me, but the context of your past might matter. Whereas, like, has a lot of the sex you've had been traumatic or super extreme? You know what I'm saying? Because that might be something that
Yeah,
turns
yeah.
into like
Yeah.
something hard to deal with later. Because I do think like experience is ideal. I don't want to have sex with a virgin. I would love to have sex with somebody who knows what they're doing. But I also acknowledge that sometimes it's harder to get that experience without mileage. But also you get lucky and meet someone sometimes that you get to learn everything with. But
Yeah.
everyone doesn't get that lucky.
I feel like getting someone to learn everything with that, those years are past us at this point.
Everybody don't get that though.
I feel
Everybody
like we-
doesn't get it.
Oh, I
This
got
is my
that.
thing. People
I
get
thought
lucky.
that was a thing.
People get lucky. People get lucky sometimes, but my point in this is that when we think about men and women society, women who have had sex with a lot of men, multiple bodies, not just one man for 5 years and been dating another one for 4
Every
years.
fucking her every night, a few times a night.
Nope, not the same. It's not driving one car. You know, for
I don't
one,
believe.
driving one car or like one lock that. Or like one key that opens a lot of locks, not the same as one lock that opens for a lot of keys. It's just not the same. Like men and women are looked at differently. So I'm saying
That's
a
a
woman
nice.
that has
That's
a
a
lot,
nice little analogy.
a lot of women that have a lot of bodies on their resume, which is fine. Do what you want. I'm just saying the way men are gonna generally look at you, they're gonna when they're trying to take you seriously, they're gonna be like, I don't know. And the context does
At the
matter.
end of the day,
Obviously, if
You
things.
know what blows my fucking mind? If you're gonna wife that chick, you don't care how many dudes she's fucked.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
Actually,
If it's
I've had
extreme,
this
if it's extreme, yes, and that's my point. I was trying to get there. You guys keep like it's not a 10 or 20, but like it's not like we're like 35 and it's like, oh, I just, you just been casually having sex or whatever. I'm just talking about people that have been going in and putting mileage. To me is an extreme word. Let me be very clear. When I'm talking about
Okay.
mileage,
You're
I'm talking about
something specific.
mileage, like ran through, bro. You can tell when people have mileage.
Worn out?
It's not a. This isn't like a. This isn't a playful term. This isn't like, oh, you've just been casually been doing stuff or like things have been happening. I understand shit happens. People have different experiences. I'm talking about people that have been worn out. That matters. I think that.
Can
I think
you
that
even
matters.
tell, gentlemen? You cannot.
Yes.
Because
You can't tell.
No,
Yes, you can
listen.
tell.
No,
Because
you
I can ask
can't.
her, and I can tell if she tells me. I can tell when she tells me the
You
things
can't
she's
Listen,
tell
done.
physically.
No,
though.
listen.
I'm asking. You can talk to
when
people,
I
dog.
ask men, do you care if a chick is saving herself or having sex in the meantime, right? Before she finds whoever she's gonna decide to marry. Do you care if a chick is behaving herself or having sex before she finds whoever she's going to marry, men answer they don't care.
Who?
A lot of them be
Multiple
lying.
men. I've asked multiple
I'm not talking
men.
about the men in
A
your
lot of
life.
them be lying.
I'm not saying specific to me or that I've dated. In general,
Hey.
men don't care if you've been fucking or not.
I disagree.
I'm on an extreme scale here. I'm not talking about the middle of the scale or like the less scale. That's
What
why I
is
brought
extreme, dog? What is extreme?
I think people be
Are we
lying
talking about porn
too.
stars? Because that's the only extreme I
I
can
mean,
think.
that is close. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like that is a very extreme. Like that's even a smaller minority. But like, yeah, I feel like there's definitely a certain threshold for every guy where it's like the mileage matters, and that was my point. Is that like it's looked at differently when a girl has a lot of sex, generally, to when a guy has a lot of sex.
Yeah,
It's looked at
but I
differently.
mean, I feel like just because a woman is single and like actively having sex, it doesn't mean that she's racking up the mileage necessarily in
Yeah.
the way that you're talking about.
yeah,
So that question is kind of like men really don't care, like, but in the extreme sense, they always will
that's
for the most
yeah.
part.
That's
Okay,
all I'm
fair.
saying. Like it's not like I meet a girl, I'm just like, oh, you're single, you've been fucking everybody. Like no, it's kind of
You
like
don't want to date.
Yeah.
Most dudes don't want to date a girl that someone could Google getting gangbanged
Thank you.
at any
Like, that's
moment
it,
in
bro.
time.
And it's not even a porn star. Like there are girls out there like you could for sure like are just on the internet and things have happened and it's terrible. But like I just don't think guys are taking those types of girls seriously. If I go and talk to a woman, she tells me her past and things have happened and like her numbers like it's a little high. Like cool, we can talk about that. But I'm talking about extreme cases.
Yeah, and I
that's
would
the
like
point.
to express that I think those people are still deserving of love.
For
All-
sure. I'm
all-
not saying they're not deserving
Nah,
love.
who
I'm just
cares
saying
if
it
she
gets
likes to get fisted. That's
That's
none
fine.
of your business.
I'm not saying they don't deserve love. I'm saying you're going to be looked at and perceived differently. You're going to be
Yeah.
playing from a deficit. It's going to be harder for you to find somebody.
I do agree
all.
because
That's all I'm
that's
saying.
why I stay pure and I'm an angel.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what? I what?
When you're talking about the people you're going to invite to your sex party, are you going to invite people that don't have a lot of experience or nice guys that maybe don't have a lot of experience that maybe will be better about like getting around the situation but aren't maybe the best people
I
to
don't
have
want
sex
the
with?
nice corny dude at my sex party. I need
here-
the most disrespectful men at my sex party.
I'm gonna be honest. The
Ding,
thing
ding,
about
ding.
being a nice guy, right? Okay, you guys have already
ding,
said
ding.
maybe I'm an exception, but at the end of the day, like the experience of being a nice dude that is slept on is just like the person's reaction to you is so much more extreme than the shitty dude that they're expecting to like lay pipe a certain way. When you're the nice corny dude and then you lay pipe, they lose their fucking mind because it's the last thing they
You
ever
will
thought
never
would
get
happen.
that
But here's the
far.
problem. Yeah, how do you get the chance if women don't think that is the case? Like off perception. I'm saying
How do you get that
I'm
far?
just
You're not
really
getting
cute.
that far. No,
You gotta be clever. Rhythm is
be
pretty
cute and
clever.
Be cute and be clever.
That shit will
I
leave
hear you. I do
unread.
that shit too, but it's like I'm saying I don't
Everybody
know if
can't
it's
do it.
how common is we really
Everybody
talking.
can't do it, that's
Everybody
true.
can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna really don't try to hope that you're inviting a bunch of people like
So do you invite nice guys? Do you?
to you.
Do
Learn.
Do
I
you
mean,
think people invite the
metaphorically.
nice, quiet gentlemen to their orgies, or do they finish
Maybe.
last?
Maybe
No,
they
they
do
get
sex
invited
parties.
because they know that they can
Yeah.
eat coochie.
Yeah. Just some of them are gonna get some. So I think you have to invite some because some will get some.
The nice guys are the ones that are experienced with toys. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead because he's probably
Tell me I'm
not
wrong. I'm right. I
Because
know
they're
I'm right.
the more submissive man.
No, they're the ones that
No.
are paying more attention to their
No.
partner's
Yeah.
pleasure. Like
They probably
straight up,
just-
they're the ones that are more open-minded to experimenting with stuff like toys.
This nigga spin.
Doing the weird shit. The nice guys are the
This
ones
nigga's
that are
spin
like
right now.
doing all the shit that niggas is afraid to do. Like,
You're not
so those
lying,
are the
though.
ones that do get invited because their ideas of like being open-minded, they are willing to do a lot more than like the typical like disrespectful dude is like, nah, I'm about to like it just it doesn't translate as well when it comes to a sex party because you have to be open-minded.
Yeah,
Like,
I think they're probably more comfortable with their sexuality too. So they're like probably better for some women who like not trying to do weird stuff with guys, but they're able to use like toys and like do something.
exactly.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Less
I didn't even
ni-
think about that. until you said
More
it like
nice
that.
guys are doing DP.
I was gonna ask then.
Oh my!
Is that really? Don't tell me that.
It's
Only
true.
nice guys are down for the DP.
No,
way more
but
nice guys. Not only, but way more.
that's a fact.
I
though.
don't know.
You gotta be on a certain type of time.
I think
to do that.
you got to be a certain type of person to look at another man in
So
the eyes.
let me
Look at another man in the eyes and be like, "This is cool." Go ahead, do it.
Boop, 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 boop,
Boom, 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 boom. No, look. You can have two very alpha men engage with one woman, and
Well, first of all,
they are who
alpha
they
and
are.
disrespectful are not synonymous
Yeah, I
at
don't
all.
think
They can be in my situation. Don't worry about what's going on up here. Just know it all exists in one. But no, I'm serious. Like dominating men. Then, yeah, I think
Domineering man.
men that would dominate women in an aggressive way, I think can engage in a DP and would be just as open-minded as the corny man
It's
that
not
is
true.
having to do extra things because he's not the man that
It's not true, because what if the girl
not the
asks
other
him,
man.
like, yo, can I slip a finger in your booty hole? The disrespectful nigga is saying no.
Let me tell you
No.
something. Okay, this is a conversation.
Oh,
I was
shit.
dating a man. When we first met, anything
Oh, no.
near that area was a no-go, right?
Oh, you turned the nigga out.
I didn't do it. Somebody else turned him out. He came back to me asking for this.
You turned him out. You
The
opened
man-
his world up.
Came back
I'm
asking for us.
serious.
You know what hold on, you know what you did?
Wait
You
a
played,
second.
I'm
you
serious.
played the role of the nice guy.
He said,
You were just a nice guy.
damn, you're right, because he said,
Wow.
I can ask you this because I trust you.
You know
And I
why?
knew-
Because
he
you
knew-
were being the
Wow.
nice
He knew
guy.
I wasn't going to
Shiraaz
judge
was
him.
the nice
You know
guy.
why? Because you're the nice guy. You're the disrespectful
But
nigga.
I don't
Wow.
think
Wow.
anything between a man and
Look
a
how the
woman
turns have tables.
is gay.
Wait.
Like
whoa, whoa,
anything
whoa.
that takes place between a man and a woman, like I didn't find that odd because
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
me
sorry.
doing
Yes.
that to you.
That's
Yeah.
just something else. Yeah.
You're not asking like the dude
It's all-
sitting next to me to do it.
I don't think
Literally
I don't
only
think you fully
anything is
believe
gay
that,
is
though.
if
I
you
do.
decide.
believes
I
that?
don't think you fully believe that.
Why?
Because I can present some scenarios
Go.
and you'll be like, okay,
Go.
Hell
that's
no.
that's
Go.
not how I feel about that.
Go.
Like what?
Just
I've
get this
done what
shit
I've
Y'all know
done.
Jonte ain't gonna do it.
What are you saying?
Y'all know Jonte ain't
What
gonna
is
do
this?
it.
Just do it.
I'm gonna just say it.
Just do it.
Uh-oh.
So if you ask a man to like suck on your strap,
I'm never doing that. That shit is off. That's fucking. It's not the same
But
thing.
that's you.
but it's you.
But that's you.
It is
it's between a man
It's a
and a woman.
pretend dick, bro. If you want a pretend dick, go get
It's
a
a
real one. You got me
pretend
so
dick.
messed up.
He just got you with that one.
No,
I'm
he
sorry.
didn't.
He did. He
did.
My
got you, bro.
finger and a dildo is not the same thing.
But that's not the point of contention here. You just said because it was between a man and a woman,
You
not because of
sucking
what was
a
being
dildo and
used.
watching a man suck a dildo? That's
We're going off
that
of what
is
you
not
just defined.
It is a
the same
phallic
as my
object.
finger.
That is what
It
you
is a
just
phallic
defined.
object. A
makes-
finger is just
Trying
as
to trigger
phallic.
me. I'm not down.
what
shit
you
doesn't
just said
fly.
made no sense compared to how
No.
you just presented it.
What I just said makes all the sense.
Hell no.
Dog.
I'm battling on that. You
Let
can,
me
no.
Let me see.
Let me
All right.
see
No, no,
what.
Some other wild scenarios I can
What
come
else?
up
Give
with.
me
don't
one
want
more.
me to
You ain't gonna let
deep
your
into
man
that.
suck your strap.
The
No.
fact of the matter is, once he says it's between a man and a woman,
No.
it doesn't matter what he says because that's all you specified that need to happen. That's it.
If he asked me to put anything other than my finger in there, we got an issue.
So is it that, or because you're between a man and woman? Which is because it can be both. It can be both.
No,
What if he wanted you to hit-
Now you're trying to make things a little.
I'm
No.
not.
If he's asking for a toy to be used, that's not the same as just my pretty little finger, dog.
All right,
You
well-
asking for something
well,
else
what if you're
that I
talking-
cannot give
Okay,
you.
all right. Well, what if you're talking about the whole fist?
Come on, stop it, stop it.
Stop it.
The shit that you.
Is that
George Brandon.
what your
Can
response would
can
be
we
if you were
rewind
like,
it? I
"Let me
think we
get
need
the
to
fist"?
rewind the tape and put like another clip here of her saying what she said and then us talking right now because you just backed all the way up.
I didn't. There's a difference, dog.
You laid down for that like
Because now you want me to pretend I'm something I'm not.
Let me put it this way. You stick the finger in, right? And he look at you and he like, baby, it's not girthy enough. What do you do?
We gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Yo, this nigga rhythm wildin'. Y'all doing bad shit. It ain't girthy enough.
Yo.
What do you do in that situation if your man look
Please
at you?
leave comments under this podcast. Let us know what you think.
Let us know about Shiraaz's
About Girthy
ridiculous
thumbs and
take about
the
what
rest.
happens between men and women and her backing it up. Like it's fucking 1999.
I mean that. But
2000.
sucking on something or requesting penetration is a whole different situation.
Not
dog.
what you said.
It's a whole nother visual.
Ain't what you
My
said.
finger. Okay.
What about 2 fingers? What about 2 fingers?
No, come on.
No. 2 fingers is too much?
Behave. Nah. Hear me out. We fucking out. Please make sure you like and subscribe.
You're
Peace.
it's the cassette effect.